On October 4th, 2020, Wizards of the Coast gave us Secret Lair The Walking Dead, a collection of 5 cards and 6 tokens available for pre-order for a mere 8 days. The 5 cards were all original designs that, at the time, Wizards of the Coast said would never be offered as Magic the Gathering in-universe versions. This Secret Lair sparked a lot of frustration within the Magic the Gathering community. While there were many reasons people were concerned with having black border Magic cards that featured non-Magic IP, the largest frustration was simply due to the fact that these were mechanically exclusive cards that were only available through ordering online, directly from Wizards of the Coast, and not to mention that incredibly short 8-day window. The following year, when Secret Lair Stranger Things was revealed, itself a Secret Lair drop with 8 original designs, featuring the IP of the once popular Netflix series, Wizards of the Coast not only extended the pre-order window significantly, but also promised that, going forward, any Secret Lairs that featured original card designs would have in-universe versions of those cards offered in set booster packs, ensuring that Magic players would have access to these cards via traditional boosters, and also that those who would prefer to play with versions of these cards that featured Magic the Gathering characters and flavor would be able to do so. Initially, Wizards of the Coast doubled down on the claim that The Walking Dead Secret Lair would never be made available via this in-universe reprint method, but later, thankfully, relented and, a mere 3 years after first being sold for that brief 8-day window, in-universe versions of Secret Lair The Walking Dead was reprinted in set booster packs of Wilds of Eldraine. Since then, Wizards of the Coast has upheld their commitment to offer in-universe versions of Secret Lair drops, which feature new card designs, such as Secret Lair Street Fighter. However, since that first Walking Dead Secret Lair was offered, the Universes Beyond product line has exploded dramatically, and we've seen product releases featuring hundreds of cards in non-Magic the Gathering worlds such as Warhammer 40k, Lord of the Rings, not to mention Jurassic Park, Transformers, Doctor Who, and possibly others that I'm forgetting, with announcements of upcoming forays into Final Fantasy, Marvel, Fallout, and possibly others that I am forgetting, bringing the total number of Universes Beyond cards well into the hundreds, if not thousands, when these new releases such as Marvel arrive. But Wizards of the Coast's promise to offer in-universe versions of original design Universes Beyond cards does not extend to anything outside of Secret Lairs. If it is a Universe Beyond original design that came to us via a commander deck or a booster pack, not only is it exempt from the promise to offer an in-universe version, but chances are it will never receive an in-universe version. To be frank, there's just too many of them. It's one thing to bring 5 cards to an extra slot in a booster pack, it's another thing to do that with all 168 new Warhammer cards or all 189 new Doctor Who cards. That would require more than just a supplemental slot in a booster pack. That would take an entire set. Can you imagine it? Well, that's exactly what I'd like to do. This video will predict and discuss what such a set would look like. Universes Within, a complete 200+ card booster pack set made up entirely of Universes Beyond cards from the non-Secret Lair Universes Beyond. In-universe treatments for the Jurassic Park cards, the Transformers cards, the Warhammer and Doctor Who cards, the upcoming Marvel and Fallout and Final Fantasy cards. A set that would bring Universes Beyond cards permanently into the world of Magic the Gathering, including access for digital platforms like Magic Online, and I think this is more likely to happen than not. Why? Because it's not only a solution to the problem of thousands of cards needing Universes Within treatments, but it's a sellable solution. But would such a product be a huge benefit to the player base, or perhaps a hindrance to the Universes Beyond product line? Presented here are the professor's preposterous predictions for Universes Within, a set that can essentially be described as Universes Beyond Remastered? But first hello, what universe are you from? It must be beyond, because you are so stunningly attractive. The way you choose to dress casually, or the way you choose to dress up, or eccentrically, or like a punk rocker, suits, dresses, t-shirts, jeans, the way you look is a reflection of who you are as a person, and I just love who you are as a person. True Riz comes from the soul, baby. Same is true for hair. Whether you want to have your hair long, you want to wear it short, whether you are bald or balding, you are still gorgeous because you're gorgeous. But what happens if you want to present yourself a certain way, but mean old Mother Nature has a different idea in store? Well, that's where Keeps, sponsor of this video, comes in. You see, Keeps is a men's subscription service to prevent hair loss and stimulate hair growth. That's because 2 out of 3 guys will experience hair loss by the time they're 35. And while there's nothing wrong with that, if you want to take steps to prevent that loss, then Keeps has got you covered. Keeps offers FDA-approved treatments that are clinically proven to be up to 90% effective at treating hair loss, and can increase hair growth by up to 35%. Most customers noticed results within 6 months of starting their treatment. Keeps also offers hair thickening shampoo, conditioner, and styling products to help you meet your hair goals. All Keeps treatment plans are recommended by a licensed medical provider and delivered straight to your door at about half the cost of a traditional pharmacy. There's nothing wrong with being bald or balding, but there's also nothing wrong with wanting to prevent hair loss. And if that's how you wish to present yourself, then Keeps is a tool that can hopefully help you in presenting yourself as you choose. So if you see the signs of hair loss, remember, hair loss stops with Keeps. To get a special offer, go to keeps.com/Tolarian or click the link in this video's description. That's KEEPS.com/Tolarian. Thank you, Keeps, for sponsoring this video. So what exactly would a Universes Within reprint set look like, and would it even be a benefit to the game, or perhaps a hindrance to be avoided? And most importantly, why do I feel this is so incredibly likely to happen? Let's start with that last part, why a product like this is more than likely, perhaps one might even say inevitable. That's because Wizards of the Coast currently seems to be looking for ways to develop more products that require less work. Now, I talked about this in my worst of 2023 video, but there's a lot of products that we have been seeing lately which seem to lean heavily on the idea of offering more while doing less. Whether it's mini 50-card Aftermath sets, remastered sets where no new cards need to be developed, the only requirement is careful curation of existing cards, or just something like Double Feature, where 2 complete sets are mashed into one another with no curation whatsoever, no new artwork even commissioned, and just sold to you in grayscale. Wizards of the Coast is putting out more products than ever before, and those products need work. They need talented individuals developing and revising and testing, and then further testing and further revising them. But if 11 out of the 12 months of 2023 had a major product release, the million other things I can't even think of right now, and Wizards of the Coast wants to continue this level of output, or possibly even increase it, well, they're going to need to start figuring out a lot more ways to put out products that require a lot less effort. Or, adjust their product releases to a more reasonable schedule and hire more of those talented game designers, possibly give raises to the existing ones. And since that's not going to happen, let's look at how easy Universes Within would be. I mean, think about it. A Universes Within reprint set would require very little. All the cards for the set already exist. 100% of them have been designed. They simply need to be curated into the new set and then given a Magic the Gathering facelift. Now, obviously that requires work and testing if that set is intended to be draftable, and 100% of those cards are going to require new artwork to set them all within the Magic the Gathering world, but relative to making a new standard set, Universes Within is a lot closer in requirements to a remastered set. In fact, I really do look at this a lot like Universes Beyond Remastered. It also solves a lot of problems. As Universes Beyond continues to expand, player frustration with the growing catalog of Magic the Gathering cards that do not feature the world of Magic the Gathering on them is going to grow with it. Therefore, the continued success of future Universes Beyond product lines may benefit from players knowing that there is a path for those cards to be reprinted within the world of Magic the Gathering. Look at how dramatically Ironically, Wizards of the Coast's promise to bring Secret Lair Universes Beyond cards into booster packs worked towards reducing the criticisms and upset over products like Secret Lair The Walking Dead. Even if you still hate that Universes Beyond exists at all, even if you still can't stand Universes Beyond Secret Lairs, you have to acknowledge that the community as a whole has largely found the matter closed. Don't like Secret Lair Laura Croft? Give it time and she'll have an in-universe version in a booster pack, so calm the hell down, why don't you? And people mostly have, myself included. That's because all of the issues, big and small, with Universes Beyond Secret Lairs are more or less solved by the clear path to Universes Within booster pack reprints. To be frank, it shuts down criticism. When The Walking Dead was announced, it was a huge issue, but that same upset was not present for Stranger Things or for Street Fighter. Why not? Because the issue had been solved, or at least negated dramatically. But with more and more Universes Beyond coming in the next few years, there's a very real possibility of player discontent and dissatisfaction growing, as the very game players love may seemingly be taken out from under them as they find Magic the Gathering has been transformed into a Fortnite world of Iron Man fighting Gandalf using the Dr. Sonic screwdriver, and that is not an exaggeration anymore. That's what we have today. What will tomorrow bring? But it isn't just about the Fortnitification of Magic the Gathering. For all the properties like Fallout and Doctor Who and Marvel and Jurassic Park and even Lord of the Rings, those cards that have no Universes Within counterpart are essentially reserved list cards. Think about it. As far as we know, Wizards of the Coast does not own the rights to these works, only the rights to print them in their initial offering. 5 years from now, Wizards of the Coast can't just put Gandalf or Mr. House or the 10th Doctor in a booster pack. Unless they negotiated the rights to reprint those cards in perpetuity, Universes Beyond cards are essentially reserve list cards until such a time that they are reprinted with Universes Within versions. And as many of these cards become hot items on the secondary markets, that means the prices on them are only going to rise. Not to mention issues with platforms like Magic Online, which is currently missing all the Warhammer cards. If the agreement with Games Workshop prevents these cards from coming to Magic Online, then a Universes Within set would allow those cards to be offered there as in-universe versions. Never mind if there's ever a need for these cards to actually go on Arena. In-universe versions being developed is critical for all of these growing issues. And yet, I feel the biggest growing issue is just that of player apathy and burnout with the scale of Universes Beyond. I noticed a lot of player frustration and skepticism in response to the announcement of Universes Beyond Marvel, especially the size and scope of this partnership, as it was stated to not just be a set of commander decks like Warhammer, Doctor Who, and Fallout, but rather a multi-year, multi-set deal, bringing to mind an absolute deluge of Universes Beyond. Marvel cards, complete sets of Marvel cards, commander decks of Marvel cards, so much Marvel product. Heck, even my best of for 2023 video got a surprising amount of heat in the comments for naming both Doctor Who and Lord of the Rings as some of the best things that happened in Magic the Gathering that year. And I noticed that the comments were not about the quality of the card designs, but rather player frustration and exasperation at how much these Universes Beyond IPs are taking over the Magic landscape. And I think those feelings are likely to grow. Much like Universes Beyond Secret Lairs needed a release valve for those negative responses and feelings from the community, so too does the rest of Universes Beyond need such a release valve. And I think a Universes Within set that reprints the high-priced cards and brings all of them into the Magic the Gathering world that we love is both needed and very likely. But while there's a lot of reasons and benefits for making a giant Universes Within reprint set, there's also a lot of reasons why this may never happen. Mark Rosewater has commented on the idea of working towards creating Universes Within versions of the giant catalog of non-Secret Lair Universes Beyond cards, and points out that the biggest obstacle is simply that there may not be a huge consumer demand for it. And I think that's fair. Certainly, Doctor Who cards and Lord of the Rings cards and Warhammer cards and Fallout cards and Marvel cards have a huge draw because of the outside IP. And as soon as you make these cards into regular Magic cards, you make these cards significantly less appealing to consumers because, well, it's just Magic the Gathering IP. And the fact that that is less appealing to Magic players, that's kind of a depressing notion. Is Magic the Gathering's own story and characters that uninteresting, even to Magic the Gathering players? Are we going to begin playing second fiddle to outside IP forever, Lara Croft being more exciting to us than our own worlds and our own IP? I think that might be a different video though. But I also don't know that I believe that. I kind of feel that if you took needed reprints of Universes Beyond IP and then took, I don't know, Tony Stark and made him into Urza, the Doctor and made him into Teferi, Mr. House and made him into Krark, and maybe, just maybe, Magic the Gathering players will still want to buy and own these cards because, hey, maybe we actually love Magic the Gathering and its worlds. I know I do. And I think at the end of the day, therein lies the last value that a Universes Beyond set would bring us. It's an investment into the very world of Magic the Gathering that this entire game is built upon. It's saying that our characters and our worlds and our stories do indeed matter and are indeed a draw, and releasing these cards as actual Magic cards with Magic flavor is strengthening on that foundation. But hey, those are just my thoughts, and now I want to hear from you. Do you think a Universes Within set is likely? And more importantly, would you buy one if it was reasonably priced? Do you see a need for it, or do you think it might actually be harmful to the Universes Beyond brand line or Magic the Gathering as a whole? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, whether buying Universes Beyond or just regular old Magic the Gathering cards, when it is possible, when it is reasonable to do so, try and spend that money where you spend time playing this great game. And that's at your local game store. You're supporting your Magic the Gathering community when you do. And remember, you are gorgeous and sexy with long hair or no. While there's nothing wrong with going bald or balding, there's also nothing wrong with wanting to have hair or to take steps to prevent hair loss. And if that is you, then Keeps has got you covered, because remember, hair loss stops with Keeps. Right now, you can get a special offer if you go to keeps.com/Tolarian or click the link in this video's description. That's keeps.com/Tolarian. Thank you, Keeps, for sponsoring this video.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
What's up, peasants? It's Shuffle Up and Play, and we are drafting a Peasant Cube today.
Peasant Cube is anything with just commons and uncommons, so no rares and mythic rares here.
I'm Corey Baumeister.
My name is Brad Nelson.
I'm Emma Partlow.
Trigger off my young pyromancer.
Young Pyromancer can get out of hand, though.
Yes, it is out of hand. It's on the battlefield.
Hey.
Are you just going to win right now on this turn?
Corey, I've been on the show before.
Yeah.
You should ask Emma.
Emma, what should I play now? Yeah.
She's got nothing, but I suggest trying to win this turn.
Now, Brad, if you want to attack with that mother runt, I'm just going to give you a brother pass, okay? I'll just take it.
I told you your worst plays will be turned into shorts.
I'm never going to be able to financially recover from this.